Alright, so that was Blue Storm, clearly the Zerg favored map in the pool. Game 2 is going to be on Longinus, where we expect to see a bit more Terran advantage map. I've got to say, I really expect a fast expansion here from Strelok. What are your thoughts?
Well, if Strelok gets the right position or the bottom left position, I think we're definitely going to see a fast expansion because you can make a ling tight wall in at the outside choke. So really, it's so easy to take a fast expand on those. But if he gets the top left, he's going to have to play it a lot more normally because you cannot wall that ling tight. Lings can run through the little hole in the center. So I guess it'll come down to starting positions.
And F91 has really impressed me with his versatility. We've seen him open up 2 hatch mutas, 3 hatch mutas, 3 hatch lurkers, Hydra openings into muta. He's done it all. So it's really hard to say what he's gonna do here. I really like 2 hatch muta openings on this build because if you're good with your mutas like F91 is, it gives you a bit of time to secure that third base, which is so critical on this map, the double gas. I mean, F91 to me is just like a dark horse. It's impossible to call what he'll do on this map.
You know, if I was F91 on this map, what I like Zerg vs. Terran here is either a very Sen style play or like an in control man Zerg style play where you're going mostly ground units, you don't even do the mutas, and you just hold that high ground with the lurkers, with the Hydras, with the Lings, because that is really hard for Terran to break, and especially nowadays where no Terran goes for 2 factories with their Marine Medic, it's almost impossible to get those hills any other way. So I think it's a strong build. It can help you get that hill gas with a double gas expansion pretty quickly. And we've seen that F91 is capable of doing builds like that. So, if I were him, that's the style I'd use here.
Yeah, for sure. And unlike other maps, Longinus is a very, very technical map. Something you can't really just play a standard style and let it flow through the map. You really need to take into account the map's terrain. So I guess with that being said, let's get this going. This is Liquibition 28. We've got F91 as Zerg playing against Strelok's Terran. And here we go at the 3 o'clock position. We have F91 in red Zerg, and at the bottom left we have Strelok in teal Terran.
Now this is great. This is the best position Strelok could have hoped for, and he's got to be feeling good having this spot. He can make a very tight wall in against Zerglings, and it also is pretty good against harass. I mean, it's not too hard to defend. It isn't as big surface area wise as the right main base. So everything right here from the beginning is in Strelok's favor.
And the Overlord's scouting the wrong position, so again, that's going to be in Strelok's favor too. These are just little small things, but it makes a Zerg feel a little uncomfortable when he doesn't have that Overlord hovering over that he can check, Marine count, SCV count, scouting timing, barracks timing, things like that. So, I mean, we know F91, we know he's going to 9 drone scout anyway, but just a little bit of an advantage for Strelok, and I think he needs everything he can get here.
Yeah, he definitely does. And, well, this is actually kind of interesting where we have Strelok walling in right now. Personally, I like the depot down against Zerg in this position. In that position, it's a lot easier for mutas to harass against it, whereas if it's down, you'll see when he makes the command center there and puts the add-on, the ComStat add-on, it's going to be really hard to defend that depot. So you can tell that he hasn't been playing the map too much recently because, well, if F91 does open mutas, that is going to be not a very good depot.
Yeah, for sure. And with, I guess the next one's going to be sticking out. That just increases the surface area, makes it more difficult. So I've got to agree there. F91, here comes the drone scout. So he's going to see there's no barracks yet for Strelok, and he's got a lot of SCVs queued up. So looks like we're going to see 14 CC.
Yeah, it looks like it, and that's kind of interesting that he would do that build on this map. I guess he really wants a huge advantage, and I don't know, that seems a little bit risky to me. This is not the best map for a 9 pool, and look, in fact, he does decide to make the barracks after being scouted, so, I mean, if he had watched the Brood Sport against Hydra, he would have known that this guy 9 scouts every game, and, why wait for your barracks then?
And we can see F91 was expecting a 14 CC, given that he made more drones. He's up to 14. He was up to 13 supply before he put down that pool. And I think if it's scouted, that really plays into Zerg's hands. They know they have a lot of time to get up all their economy, get up more hatcheries before they have to start going into tech. But we see that was aborted. Kind of unfortunate for Strelok because he held all those minerals in and then ended up having to put down that barracks anyway first.
Yeah, and you know, realistically, he could have just made another hatchery before that spawning pool as well. So F91 not really abusing Strelok quite as much as he could, but still, you know, he's using every little thing that he can, best he can. And there we go, his third hatch already being made. So both of them very economical openings. And now it'll be interesting to see what Strelok wants to do. And look at that, 2 more Raxes before the gas. So we're going to see him try to do a sunken bust before the mutas come out.
And F91's style is so strange, ZVT, I still can't get over it. He takes his gas later than almost any Zerg I've ever seen. He's at 18 supply with the Overlord half done when he's putting down his gas. Typically these days we're seeing gas at 16, and that really pushes his layer tech back quite a bit. We saw when Hydra put a little pressure on him, he sunken up quite a bit, and given how he started out with so many drones, I think he should be okay from this sunken bust. But you know, I'll say as a Zerg player, it does catch me off guard because no one does this nowadays. So when it finally does come, sometimes I'm realizing way too late.
Yeah, you know, it doesn't come nowadays because it's really not that good. It's you know, it's better to get that quicker gas. It has been worked out that, you know, he has a weird style and he's not very refined. He's a very good player, but you know, he could get a lot of good out of watching some pro gamer VODs and looking at their timings a little bit more.
And we see the effect of this later gas on Zerg. He's at 600 minerals with just enough gas for layer now. So really, I would like to see F91 take a look at pro gamer VODs as well and react to them properly. Now finally the layer going up, and he's still got 400 minerals that need to be spent on something. Strelok is whoa, 5 barracks, wow. Strelok, every time I look at his base, he looks a little mechanically off. There's idle SCVs, and look in his main, he has no SCVs, so clearly he's got some sort of timing. I can't really imagine a timing attack revolving around 5 barracks, but Strelok's got something in the works.
Yeah, you know, he's totally cutting his SCVs. He's going to go basically all in with this. If F91 holds off the first attack, he should be able to win the game quite easily because, I mean, look, Strelok isn't known really for making a lot of SCVs in Terran vs. Zerg, but right now, as you said, I mean, he has almost no SCVs. He's not going to be able to afford turrets against any sort of muta harass. So really, this is an extremely all-in build. And, well, I guess it comes down to whether or not F91's going to make enough sunkens.
And we see the Hydra Den now coming up for F91, so he's going to be opening lurkers, like you said, which of course is the safer build. Strelok, you know, not making SCVs, has just enough money to keep 5 rounds of productions going and keep up with supply. He's got his first scanner, scan goes off, he's taking a look, so he sees the Hydra Den and he sees the 2 sunkens. He's got to know his timing has to come pretty quickly, or else I mean, as soon as lurkers get up, this attack is all but over.
Yeah, if a couple lurkers burrow before those sunkens are gone, it is game over. So Strelok's going to move any second. Here we go. He is going to move out now. He actually has a lot of medics right now, 5 medics, and he's only moving out with part of his Marines at first. I don't know if that was a mistake or he's trying to trick out this Overlord. But there we go. The extra Marines coming in. Look at this. A speedling counter looks like it's going to come. This could be devastating.
Yeah, for sure. F91 knows what's up. He's putting down 2 more sunken colonies. He's got the speedlings running him back. So this is going to end the game for Strelok. He has to basically kill F91 at this point. All the Marines getting taken out, killing no Zerglings, and they're just going to charge in here, take down the SCVs. Strelok is now getting prepared. He's stimmed, waiting for the medics to catch up. But 2 more sunken colonies going to come online. The medic's too slow. He's still waiting to get fully healed before he charges. Sends the medics in first to draw fire. And here we go, 4 sunken colonies, another one morphing, and 1 in the back as well. All the Zerglings go down. The drone's getting pulled, actually. This looks like it could work, except a lot of Zerglings coming in now. And with the drone drill and the Zerglings, I think he's going to be okay. Wow, the Marines really holding their own against this. 4 sunken colonies still up now, and that finally looks like the medics are starting to run out of energy. And looks like F91 is going to hold this off and take this game.
Yeah, that was a very good medic spread that really kept those Marines alive a long time. That people can learn a lot from that way that he attacked those Sunkens. You have to spread out your medics a little bit, push them into the Sunkens first, and that's going to keep your Marines alive a lot longer. But, F91, he was smart, he used that drone drill, and with all these Sunkens, I guess it paid off saving his minerals so he could make all those Sunkens. And now with the Lurkers popping out and the extremely hurt economy of Strelok with he has no tech whatsoever. No SCVs, no economy, nothing. So as soon as basically F91 decides, Strelok is dead.
Yeah, for sure. And again, game 2, another non-standard game from Strelok. So I wonder if he knows, if he knows F91 is a better player. He's trying to throw him off with these quick all-in builds, or is this just his TVZ style?
Strelok, he is a little bit weird TVZ. I think it's because it is his weak matchup. He's a little bit aggressive in all the matchups. He has a lot of builds like this, even in TVP. He'll do a lot of 2 factories, stuff like that. So, I think it's just kind of Strelok's style. And, well, it's just not working that well so far against F91.
Yeah, for sure. He got caught out of position a little bit there. Now, trying to take the high ground just to really, at this point, delay the inevitable. If we take a look at the SCV count, I can count maybe 7 SCVs at his natural. Lurkers look like they were out of position a little bit, but they get chased back to the Sun colonies, and we see about 6 Lurkers running up to the north ramp, gonna flank around it with no bunkers, no turrets, and he's got enough scan, but with just not enough units, there's no way he's gonna be able to live this counter.
Yeah, it looks like F91 is just about to crush him, and we see Strelok right now microing a battle against these Lurkers and Zerglings, and it looks like he's going to use up the last of his scans, and oh, I don't know if you caught that, but all those Marines just died in one volley from the Lurkers, and that is going to be a GG for Strelok.
Yeah, for sure. Nice play. F91 is very good at distracting his opponent, making him look at other places when the main attack is going on or when a drop is going on, investment is going on, and we saw Strelok just completely not watching. All those Marines grouped up, maybe 10 Marines dying in just one volley of the Lurkers, as you said. Really, again, F91 showing he's a very, very strong Zerg in this match.
Yeah, I wonder if Strelok is losing because F91's playing bad. I don't know, but it looks to me like F91's playing pretty well.
And that was, of the 7 maps, that was Terran's map. So it's looking good for him. He's tried 2 aggressive builds. Both have been shut down very cleanly. Especially on the Terran map, it seems odd that on a Terran-favored map you would try a build like that, but this doesn't bode well for Strelok going into match 3 on Tau Cross.